Okay, hello everyone. Tell me if you can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me. Find the chat. Hi Anna. Hi Margaret. Nice to see you, Lizette. And hi Buey. Nice to see you from Munich. Nice. Bridget. Hello. And Gali. Mwah. Good to see you. Okay, so we are on the Advanced Relationship and Family Academy. This is part 63 out of 50. And we're talking about the relationship snake. Hi, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Yes. Liam, hello. Shamaya, Carmela, Anwar, hi. Nice to see you. Sergey, nice to see you. Bill, hi. Great. Ahmed, hi. So here we go. We are going to start. You found the chat. You know you need to participate. You know you need to be part of the presentation. Otherwise, you will not get the benefits. So here we go. Here we go. Agreements. No recording, please. Nothing I say today is true unless, of course, it is true for you. This seminar has been designed to bring about a shift in viewpoints from effect to cause, from slow, unnoticeable decline to a powerful, never-ending climb. But the key to getting those results is participation. If you don't participate with each and every question I ask, you will not have a shift in viewpoint. But if you do, my friend, you will discover just how powerful you are, and it is nothing you've ever imagined. If you are not in communication, if you just inhale information, you will suffocate. And that's what happened to most people in life. They are not participating in life. They are not in communication. So if you don't want to suffocate in life, you need to participate in life. Are you with me? You cannot be a spectator in life and hope for results. You need to communicate. You need to participate. That's the only way to make it. Okay. Hi, Lizette. Great. Vikram. Hi, Vikram. Nice to see you. Okay. So how do you define the word relationship? How do you define the word relationship? How do you define the word relationship? Hi, Margaret. Kiko, hello. How do you define the word relationship? The cleanness of the connection. It is a good bond between two people. What's bind two parts? Yes. In order to connect anything, even if you use glue, you need to clean the surface of the things that you glue. So if this is one thing, one box, and this is another thing, and I want to glue this thing, I need to clean the surfaces. If the surfaces are not clean, even most glue need to clean the surface. And that's how you create relationship between two things. Okay? And just to make, just some of you have not seen it. So I'm going to show you a very, very short video that will give you the idea of how important is the cleanness of the parts. So here we go. Okay. So it seems we have a problem with this video. And let me see if I can. I'll try it again. If not, cannot. Okay, I cannot show you this video. Forget about it. Forget about it. Yes, I can see this. Something is wrong with that video. It's fine. So basically what this video say, the video said that there is such a thing that called gauge blocks. And gauge blocks are pieces of metal that has been machined to such a degree, such a cleanness, the surfaces are so smooth that when you take those pieces of metal and put them next to each other, they glue without a glue. They get connected without a glue. And it's very, very, very difficult to separate them. However, if you put on the surface any kind of dirt, this thing will not glue anymore. Are you with me? This is gauge block basically. This is how gauge blocks work, and it's quite phenomenal to see it. Okay, and in a relationship is basically taking two parts together and gluing them. So you can say that relationship, I define the word relationship, it is a word that describes the pureness of the connection between the particles. The pureness of the connection between the particles. Are you with me? So if what can actually destroy the pureness? What can actually dirty the connection? Is it similar to this? Is it similar to the stones that form the pyramid in Egypt? No. Alive, venom, sins, third party. So let's have a look what can actually create bumps in the relationship. So what does it mean, bumps in the relationship? It is adding something here that prevents the two parts from connecting. Actually, the bigger those things, the more you will get separated. You understand? So as you'll go along and you have bigger and bigger dirt on the relationship, this dirt is what's, oops, this dirt, let me do that. Ta-da. This dirt is what separates you. It's what keeps you away. So this dirt is actually adding distance. So what add distance between relationship? Only three things can cause distance in a relationship. Number one, lack of understanding. Number two, lack of reality. And number three, lack of communication. Why would you not communicate? Because you're hiding something. True or false? The only reason you will not communicate is because you're hiding something. It's not the other side, it's you. So if you say to someone, ba, and instead of understanding you, he attack you, you know there is something here that he's hiding, not necessarily from you, by the way. The person can be hiding things from someone else, but the moment that he starts to not communicate, he's not communicating. He's not just not communicating with you. You really have to understand that. But against you, he will be just more vicious. Are you with me? So if you're smart, you talk to a person about anything and he attack you instead of understand you, you need to know you pressed a button that either remind him of something that he's hiding or something bad that he did, or that you remind him about something bad that he did against you. The intensity of the disagreement indicate the intensity of the sin, and is it against you or someone else? Are you with me or not? This is really very, very important to know. Regardless of what the reason that seems on the surface, the actual reason is you almost found out that he did something bad in his mind. The second thing is reality. Now, the reality is dropping because you hiding something, unwillingness to communicate. So if you are not willing to understand another viewpoint, if you are not willing to get another viewpoint, the reality will get destroyed, the communication will get destroyed, the understanding will get destroyed, and the end result is that you will have distance. You don't fall out of love. You fall out of communication, you fall out of reality, you fall out of understanding. All of them, because you are hiding something, all of them has nothing to do with the other side. Are you with me? Now, all of you will agree with that, but when it will happen to you, you will say that it's true, but not in this case. It's not important if you know what you are hiding or not. The moment that you will realize that it is hiding, you will find out. And the magic is that you always know. What prevents you from knowing, is that when you commit a sin, if this is me and this is you, and I commit a sin against you, because I'm good, I'm very good, I cannot live with myself if I did something bad because I'm extremely good. All people are really, 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 really good. So what you do, you use a mechanism that's called justification. You're justifying what you've done, which make your sin in your mind not a sin. You you take something that really stink and you put perfume on it. Are you with me? So how do you find the sin? You look at your explanation. Oh, I do that because. The moment that you have because or but or any explanation, any kind of explanation, because the moment that you have why you do this thing, I do it because, the moment you feel the urge to explain, at that moment you need to know you, not the other side, committed the sin. And the relationship is breaking. Are you with me? Everyone with me? Now, if you don't know exactly how to handle that, if you first of all don't understand the mechanism, step number one, and step number two, you need to learn how to handle the justification. You need to handle how to handle the sin. You need to learn how to handle this bad communication from the other person. You will not be able to hold the relationship. The relationship will break because if I know about it, let's say that I know, and you don't know, you will go crazy, but over time I will make you less and less and less and less and less and less crazy. I will use the correct amount of force and intelligence, and eventually you will become less crazy. And eventually you will actually be willing to clean your hands. If you don't know about it, so if you know, you will handle the other side and the other side will come closer to you. If you don't know, what he's doing will get you to re-stimulate, to turn on what you've done, and the gap will become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Are you with me? And that's what you will have more or less in your relationship, a mess. That's how your relationship will look. Totally hidden by all those bad things. So what is a relationship? Is a word that describes the pureness of the connection between the particles. If the connection is not pure, there's no relationship. Yes, Carmela. It is a pure connection between two people. As long as the connection is pure, there will be a relationship. Most relationships stay pure for about 20 seconds. And from that moment, 20 seconds later, they start to get dirty, and the people wonder why they don't connect. And instead of looking instead of looking at what they've done, they look at who can they blame, and they're happy, and the other side happy, but they're not together. 20 seconds. Within 20 seconds, you start to lie. This is in a good case. Most of the times when you see the other person, he already turned on in your minds things that reminds you of bad things that you've done. Relationships are held together by the pureness of the connection that enables pure interchange. If the connection is not pure, if the line in the cell phone, if the connection is not good, you will see that you will not hear so well. That's exactly what happened in a relationship. If the connection is not good, you hear every other word, and the person say one thing and you hear something totally different. And you will see that even on a cell phone, even when you talk, when the communication is not so good, you get upset. True or false? Even if you know that it's just the line, even if you know it's just the line, you still are not extremely happy about it. No one ever exploited you in a relationship. No one is using you in a relationship. This is a lie that the snake sells you. The snakes will come to you and say, look, this guy, he's exploiting you. You need to be careful. And you don't need to be careful. You need to be powerful. Are you with me? Anyone that tells you that you need to be careful is not your friend. Your friend wants you to be so powerful that you have nothing to care about, or nothing to be careful about, more correctly. Are you with me? Yeah, good. No one ever exploited you. If someone come and tell you, look, he's using you, you need to be careful, you know, he's not your friend, you need to actually look at the guy that saying bad things about the other guy. The guy that complain is the guy that actually give you, that is your enemy. So if I'll show you what I mean. This is me, and this is you, and we are friends. And you've got this person or organization that come and tell you, look, this guy, he's bad for you. What does he tell you? He tells you, look, you are stupid, you cannot evaluate. I can see, but you cannot see. Yes? You're in effect, someone can hurt you, which is a lie. No one can hurt you other than you. They tell you that what you need to do is to get less communication, which is obviously not correct, because the handling for anything is more communication, not less. And in short, if you really look at that, you understand that this guy is the devil, and he tells you that this guy is the devil. If you're smart, you'll recognize it by the actions, not by what they say. Are you with me? You see that? If you will actually check every time this guy have an enemy because he committed a sin against that guy, what he will do, he will try to make you useless so you can disconnect here, and he doesn't care that you become useless. He just cares that you don't talk to this guy. And in the process, he makes you useless. Or just in one part of life, because there could be your husband or friends. So that's the only problem. That's a very good question from Gal. The problem is that if a person become an enemy in one area, all other areas are the same. Did you ever notice a wife that get upset with you about something, but she's at the same time telling you, but I'm very happy that you are this and this and that. No, if she upset with you, immediately she gets headaches as well. It comes together. Are you with me? She upset with you about the dishes and she get headache about the bed. So the problem is that if you buy the idea that you've been exploited, you agree that you are useless. You agree. Now it's you. You know that you are useless. It's not he's telling you that you are useless. You know that you are useless. You need to be careful. You need to stop living and start trying not to die. Big difference. What about deleting the moment that you failed to control and had unwanted effects, damages? Well, it's wonderful if you know how to do it. It's wonderful. I don't know about almost anyone that actually can do that effectively. It can be done, of course. Of course, you should. That's why I'm talking to you about the extreme wisdoms and about different programs that help you to become cause over all of that destruction that you've been going through. So disagreement in one area with that person affect all areas. If someone cheated you, if someone stole from you money, okay, you have a disagreement with him. Are you going to go to bed with him? Are you going to start business with him? Are you going to marry him? Are you going to be his friend? Of course not. So disagreement in one area destroy all other areas. You can have a husband and wife, everything is wonderful. They tell each other in the morning, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then they talk over the phone and there is some kind of a disagreement. That's it. All the love is gone. Why? Because the guy that disconnect got totally insane at that moment. And the insanity lasts few days. And the more times the insanity happen, if unhandled, at the beginning it will last few days, and then it will last a week, and then a month, and then a year, and then you'll separate. It is only because someone committed a sin against you, against someone, not necessarily against you, but you definitely reminding him that. But usually it's against you if the reaction is violent. But it depends on the magnitude, intensity. No, it doesn't depend on the magnitude of the disagreement. It depends on the magnitude of what the disagreement reminds you of, knowingly or unknowingly. It's not the size of the sin, but the size of what's been restimulated with you, the guy that committed the sin, that define how bad the reaction, how big is the breakdown. So it can be something, the smallest thing. I told my wife, I think that this shirt is not fitting you. It's nothing, it's nothing, yes? Whew, it can be that sentence. Are you with me? It's the magnitude of the past sins, not the past upset, the past sins. If you don't handle it, you'll be too upset to do your work, too upset to improve in your life, and you will think that you don't know how to do business, but actually you don't know how to handle your mind. You'll think you don't know how to market. Despite the fact that you'll go to a marketing seminars or whatever, you will have all kind of explanation to why is it happening, but the truth, why you are failing in life, why you don't have more communication, more love, more, is because you don't actually know how to handle it. And the sad thing about it, anyone that will come to help you to handle it, you will attack. Because you are like a wounded animal. Try to help a wounded animal and you will see. Let's say I get upset with my friend for a sin I committed against someone else. How do I fix it so that this particular sin does not So there is no way that I can explain how to fix it right now in 2 seconds. But what I can say for sure is that you can. It's very easy. It's very possible to fix it. It just takes some work. But the thing is not only that you will have better relationship, all your life will improve. The reason your life do not improve is because you don't know how to handle those things. That's why that's why I put the extreme wisdom. The extreme wisdom series has been built around one purpose: to take the key areas in life that prevents success for people that they cannot see and actually handle that. You see, if you've done something bad, you don't see that you've done something bad. Anyone can see it other than you. Like if you look at other people and you will say, well, if he will change this one thing, his life will improve. Everyone can see it other than himself. And if you try to tell that to that person, you can be his father, you can be his son, you can be his mother, you can be his lover, you can be anything. You are done. One thing you cannot indicate to the person, the real reason for his problem. It is very dangerous to do that. And you need to be extremely powerful to do that. And you need to have the actual technology that allow you to get the person to eventually say, you know what? Okay, fine, I'm willing to improve. And even then, he will do it with 50% willingness. So if I'm having problems in my business or at my job, can the actual source of the problem be in my all problems in life is the relationship problems, and all relationship problems stem from your state, your spiritual state. Is basically if you don't fix you, the spirit, anything else is just a waste of time. Disagreement can grow for enormous different reasons. No, disagreement can happen for all kind of manifestation. The actual reason is only prior sins. Democrat, Republican, blah, blah, blah. More or less, it's all of them. Stupidity is just the result of a sin. Now, I will not go exactly to why a person that is basically good commit a sin. But I can tell you what you see. If I can tell you a different principle that will help you. If this is a problem, okay? If this is a problem, how do you know what is the source of the problem? Because people can think about many excuses as to what's the source of the problem, and there is only one real reason. Yes, many lies, many excuses, and only one real reason. When you use excuses, the break become bigger, the problem become bigger. You have less relationship, the relationship break, there is more divide, Democrats against the Republicans, for the vaccine, against the vaccine, the problem become bigger. You think, no, but I'm right, the vaccine is, but the purpose is not if the vaccine is right or vaccine is wrong, the purpose is actually to live with other people. The purpose is the ability to communicate with other people. The purpose is understanding. The purpose is love. And even if theoretically you are right, the problem is not the vaccine. The problem is the divide. That's what kills any society. Not vaccines don't kill society. Society get killed by opinions. Countries broken by opinion. You look at all of history. Even when the Black Plague was there, the problem was not the Black Plague. The problem was the divide between people. Why we don't have Romans here is because of the divide, not because of the diseases that they had and lack of technology or lack of knowledge. The thing that actually destroyed them is the divide. So we have a problem with divide. We have a problem with misinformation. We have a problem with stupid people that don't actually understand. And every person, the less he understands, the more he's sure that he knows the most. So how do you know if it is an excuse or the actual real reason? An excuse will make the problem bigger, and it is something you cannot do something about it. If a person is a Republican and I'm a Democrat, 99.9% of the cases I cannot change him. So it's not the real reason. It's just a manifestation, because the real reason have two characteristics. Number one, it must be something I can do something about. If you are a Republican and I am a Democrat and I cannot change you, then it's not the real reason. If you are born Palestinian and I'm Israeli and I think that Palestinians are bad, or I think that Israelis are bad, I cannot change you. What am I going to do now? Tell you to born in a different place? No, it's nonsense. The majority will not change. So it's not the why. The why is not that I'm Israeli and you are Palestinian. The why is not that I like the vaccine and you don't like the vaccine, or the opposite. It's not the real why. The real why is something totally different. And because you don't know what's the real why, the problem grows. How do you find the real why? What is the two? The one is something I can do something about. And what is the second thing? All of that is why I put the extreme wisdom there. So you will actually stop operating on false whys, and your problems in life will stop growing. Your problems are growing in life because you are operating on false why, on excuses, and you are 100% sure that you are right. You are so sure that you are right that even if you are touching the correct data, you will think that it's not important because it makes you wrong. Are you with me? This is really what you need to understand. If your life do not match your potential, if you are not as happy, if you don't have as much friends, if you are not as connected, if you are not as understood, if you are not as loved, if you are not loving enough, if you are not as rich, if you are not as powerful, you need to know, you need to be brave enough and to know you're operating on the wrong why. The data that you're operating on is faulty. That's number one. But more important than the data, the principles that you are working on are faulty. You don't understand the principles of life. Like if I will ask you to give me now, if not things that you've learned from me, but think about some actual axioms or actual basic rules of the spiritual universe. You'll see that if you look, if it's not something you've learned from me, you don't know. You'll be able to give me rules of the physical universe, not spiritual universe, but the spirit is the boss. So learning about the physical universe is not only useless, but it's actually going to limit you because you get into with agreements or limitation, because all of physics is the science of barriers, the science of limitations, which means you have to agree with the limitations. You have to agree with them in order to control them. What is the spiritual universe? The spiritual universe is the science of nothingness, not freedom, because you are free from. Are you with me? If you want to improve your life, stop wasting your time to try to learn about AI or marketing or blah, blah, blah. It's totally good to learn about it once you recover your ability to understand. I sit with people and I do a lot of one-on-one work with people. Every single person that I sit with and I let them read a piece of paper, they have problems reading or understanding the paper. And this is reading and understanding when they have a lot of time, totally controlled. Every single person. If they cannot understand a written material, how do you think they understand life when it's going at high pace? They don't, but they are sure they do. Are you with me? They sure, 100%. Don't try to tell them they don't understand, because they will kill you. No, life is not complicated. Life is the most simple thing in the universe. Lies are complicated. Life is not complicated. Life is nothing. It's actually a game. It's the easiest thing in the universe. You have to deal just with plus and minus, nothing more. Nothing more. It's like so simple. It's like if you look at your school, if you look at your history, you'll see people that succeeding are really the fools, the people that were not so good. Because it's simple. The simple people are the people that succeed. Are you with me? The complicated people are people that are lying, that people that committed enough sins that their life become complicated. If your life is complicated, you need to be brave and to say, okay, fine, I committed enough sins that I'm now stuck in a corner. It's not easy to confront, it's not easy to look at, but what I'm telling you is what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. What I'm telling you will save your life. If you want to hear, oh, just everything is there, love, happiness, blah, 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 oh, let's do, I don't know, some kind of nonsense. No, no. You really need to confront. It is what you did that kills you. It's never what has been done against you. It's what you did that kills you, but never what's done against you. If it's easy, it's not worth anything. Because the spirit is so powerful, anything that is easy is useless. How much time you're willing to play basketball against a 3 years old? It's easy, but it's useless. Easy mean useless. Easy mean useless. Challenging mean a game I created. So you want barriers. If you don't have lies, it becomes a barrier. Barrier is something that you consider you can overcome, but it gives you a purpose. Problem is something that you consider you cannot overcome, and it destroys your purpose. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. Yes. Are you with me? This I know it's a different viewpoint. You want to improve your life? Do the extreme wisdom. And I call it extreme wisdom because it's a wisdom that has nothing to do with the physical universe. Yes, I will teach you about different things. I will teach you about the cells, and I will teach you about this, and I will teach you about different things. But I will teach it from the viewpoint of you, the spirit. What's actually prevent you from knowing everything, because the spirit is this thing that knows. So how come you don't know all of a sudden? Are you with me? So no one ever exploited you. This is a lie that the snake trying to tell you in order to make you useless. He's trying to basically says, look, up to now, I was your opinion leader. You listened to me. You loved me. Now this new guy come to your life, and he's bad. He's bad. What does he try to tell you? He's trying to tell you he makes me not important. He makes you powerful, and you may even discover that I'm trying to destroy you. So he tells you, don't, no, this guy's bad. This guy is bad. No, he's not bad. No one is bad for you. The only person that bad for you is you. The only person that can be bad for you is you, your irresponsibility. No one can exploit you in a relationship. There is no such thing as exploiting you in a relationship, except for one situation. And let me explain. How will you define the word exploit? Hard pill to swallow, yes. How would you define the word exploit? will you define the word exploit? What does this word mean? I get less than I give, okay. What does it mean to exploit? Exploit is someone taking unfair advantage of you, okay. Who doesn't want unfair advantage? Use you for their own advantage. This is the whole thing about the game. I want an unfair advantage. Use something or someone for my gain. Everyone wants something or someone for my gain. When someone uses you for their benefit, are you not using your wife for your benefit and she doesn't use you for her benefit? Is your children don't use you for their benefit? Abuse your trust, okay. Take advantage of something without exchange, okay. Use someone for own advantage, okay. Okay, so let's have a look. There's a little bit of explanation. So this is what the dictionary said. The dictionary said take advantage of somebody. To take selfish or unfair advantage of a person or a situation, usually for personal gain. This is the dictionary say, it doesn't mean that it's true, yes? Use something for benefit. To use or develop something in order to gain benefits. Okay, this is what the dictionary said. Now, exploit mean to use someone by force, below their awareness, resulting in turning the person into a physical universe particle. So let me explain what does it mean. Let me explain what does it mean. So when yes, exactly, it is wow the moment that you fully duplicate it. So let's say that this is me and this is you, okay? If I use force to make you unaware of what actually happening and making you totally unaware of what's going on, and then when you are unaware, you become a thing, because the difference between a person and a physical universe is that the person is aware, and based on his awareness, he acting. A physical universe is not aware. A stone don't ask, or don't tell you, wow, I like this coffee, or I like you standing on me, or I don't like you standing on me, yes? This is a physical universe. You become a thing. So when someone exploits you, the purpose is to make you a thing. Are you with me? That's the purpose. Which means someone must tell you, look, your awareness is not good. You cannot actually perceive. You cannot evaluate. So far, so good? Now, they tell you you cannot evaluate in many ways. How do you know if someone wants to help you or not? Someone that wants to help you make you more source, insist that you know everything, and insist that you can do everything, and you have no limitation. You'll see that your mind is against you because your mind tells you what you cannot do. Your mind tells you what you cannot do. Are you with me? Your past is the sum of all your limitations. It tells you, no, if people will listen to the past, to the experience, they know they cannot fly. Why we are flying? Because someone said, the hell with the past, of course I can. So what limits you, anything that limits you, anything that tell you you don't know, you are not source, you have to do what I tell you, I'm the boss, you are not the boss, you cannot know, you are not good enough, is actually trying to make you a thing. What is a thing? A thing is something that an exterior force define the position of in space. You is a life unit that actually make the thing which called the body put in space. Are you with me? Do you understand the difference? Okay. Big difference between a thing and you. Now, first, you cannot take advantage over someone in a relationship, since a relationship, by definition, is a condition of give and take, pure interchange. So when someone comes to you and say, well, you know, he take advantage of you. What he's trying to say is turn into a thing. You need to consider that you are a thing. You need to consider that you are nothing, so you cannot actually be part of the communication cycle. You cannot affect the relationship. This is really tricky. This is really sneaky. That's why he's a snake. Of course, I can affect what's happening in the relationship. The only time I cannot is when I have dirt and I'm trying to disconnect instead of connect. You have a problem. Let's say I did the worst thing in the relationship. You on the other, let's say I'm your friend. You should want more communication with me. If I did something bad and I want to fix it, I should want more communication. If you did something bad against me, I should want more communication, because only communication will solve the problem. The usual thing, he did something bad against me, I disconnect. That's it. I don't love him anymore. Even if he's my son. 2 seconds ago, I loved him. Are you with me? Usually the person doesn't feel exploited until someone give you this idea of he's exploiting you. Yes, that's correct. Because no one can exploit you. No one can exploit you. Really, the problem is never with the other side. That's the law. The law is, the problem is never the other side. The problem is never the other side. The other side can be a massive problem for himself, unwilling to cooperate, being reactive, being not logical, etc. But you can still handle it. You can still handle it. It's never his fault. Are you with me? Someone can be very bad towards me. I can still handle it. Force and intelligence. I can't thank you enough for all the improvement in my life. Thank you, Bobby. Without your coaching, I couldn't have survived all the challenges I've experienced over the last 5 years. Wow, that's amazing, amazing, Bobby. Thank you. Wow, wow, very amazing. So the first thing, yes, it is wow, Bobby. The first thing is you need to understand it's really contrary to what everyone teach you. The problem is never with the other side. The other side can be unwilling. The other side can be a problem for himself. It is only a problem with the other side if you want to help the other side and he doesn't want to be helped. But from you, it's him, not a problem. Are you with me? It's not a problem for me. Does it make sense to you? Do you see that? It's never the other side. So let's say this is me. Oops, let me just move screens. Let's see that this is me and this is you, okay? And I want you to go and make me coffee, okay? And this is your job, to make me coffee. And you don't want to do that, okay? You have some craziness that says, no, you will not tell me to make you coffee. I will decide when to make you coffee. So first of all, for me, it's not a problem because I can make my own coffee. No problem. It's not a problem. I understand that this person have a problem. If I want to help him, and this is my own decision, if I want to help him, I will, on a gradient scale, I will use force and intelligence to get him to actually realize that what he's doing is cuckoo. Because cooperation is better than no cooperation. Agreement is better than no agreement. Because when he's not cooperating, what he says is, I have a limitation, which I say, no, you don't. Are you with me? So first, you cannot take advantage of someone in a relationship, since relationship by definition is a condition of give and take. Second, the only exception, it is usually the person that complains of being exploited that is doing the exploiting by being a snake that bites with the exploit venom. So if I come to you and I tell you, look, you are being exploited, what I'm actually doing, I'm exploiting you. What I do, I use force in order to, I'm using you, and it is below your awareness, and that result in you becoming a physical universe thing. Are you losing your actual ability? Are you with me? So the person that telling you that you are being exploited actually exploiting you. If I think that someone is exploiting you, I will not tell you you are being exploited. I will tell you, let's see how we can make you more powerful, that so this action from this useless person will not affect you. Do you see the difference? If you want to really insult me, tell me that you hurt me. No one can hurt me. What am I, useless? Are you with me? Do you see the different viewpoint? Third, only things can be exploited, and things do not have relationships. I can exploit my phone, I can exploit my coffee, I can exploit my body, I can exploit different things, but not the spirit. Only thing can be exploited. Only thing can be exploited. You cannot be exploited. Do you understand? So when someone come and tell you you've been exploited, basically they hope to make you into a thing, and they actually exploiting you. It's not that someone exploiting you, they exploiting you. They're making you useless. Exactly. You're too powerful for anyone to exploit you. If you're in a relationship with someone and all is well and there is a communication, and one of the people in the relationship starts having problem with the other, that there is a third party instigating the issue. So the third party is basically something bad that you've done. What does it mean? If I come to you and I tell you, look, Johnny is very bad. Yes, I'm acting as a third party, but from your viewpoint, you agreed to listen something bad about someone that you love, instead of taking the gun and shooting me straight in between the mouth. So I cannot talk cock anymore. Are you with me? So someone saying something bad, I will immediately shoot him. I'm extremely, extremely nice. But if I need to use force, I will use force. Everyone teach you in life, don't use force, don't use force, be nice. You are not nice when you don't use force. If someone shooting children and you say, no, I'm nice, I'm not going to shoot him, you are stupid, you are not nice, yes? So everyone is afraid of using force, but the truth is that if you don't use 50% force and 50% intelligence, you will become useless and dead. This universe is a universe of force. This universe is a universe of force, and you want to be all love, peace, and happiness? Wonderful. I love, peace, and happiness. But in this universe, because people are the effect of this universe, and people are doing crazy things. People are good, but they're doing crazy things. If you don't use force and intelligence, you will not succeed. You've got a person that go crazy on you. You want to help him, you need to use force. To get him to sit down, you need to use force. Otherwise, he will not sit down to listen. His justification will be so strong that he will kill himself, being 100% that he's right. You want to help him? Use force. So he will sit down and learn. You need 50% force and 50% intelligence. There is nothing in this universe that works only on love. Nothing. Because the purpose of love is removing of barriers. So obviously you're putting love against force. Does it make sense to you? This is a big misunderstanding, and that misunderstanding led whole nations to go bust. You look at India, and Buddha never said that it's only love, yes? Buddha actually said, if you actually look at his teaching, he was talking about force and intelligence. But somehow during the years, this thing has been messed up into only love and no force. And look what happened. Yeah, look what happened. Just look what happened. Buddha tried to live on a 1 grain of rice per month in order to reduce the dependency on force. And eventually he got to the realization that it is not the ability to live on 1 grain of rice, because what you do, you basically trying to eliminate something that you consider exists, which is the physical universe. This is your playing field. You need to be senior to the playing field. How do you become senior to the playing field? By acknowledging that it's there and using 50% force, so he can there is communication with the playing field, and 50% intelligence, so you're actually controlling the playing field. So it is not that there is no spoon there, but I'm controlling the spoon. Are you with me? There is no spoon there. It's wonderful, beautiful. In the matrix, it looks beautiful. And while it is correct, because everything is just an illusion, but even in illusion, if you don't control it, it will control you. So I'm controlling the illusion is more correct. How to explain admiration if it melts anything? Admiration melts anything, but what it melts is physical. So can you use admiration against the nothingness? No. You need 50%. You need something to melt in order to use admiration. Yes. It's like communication is the healer of everything, but you communicate with something, you're not with the nothing. Are you with me? So people are really, really trying or have the tendency to look only at the bad or only at the good. Both cases, disaster. You have these people that just tell you everything is bad, everything is bad, everything is bad, everything is bad, everything is bad. And you have these people that tell you everything is good, everything is good. Look at the half cup that's full. No, you need to look at the full cup. At the empty, the half that empty and the half that full. Otherwise, you look at the half of the picture and you'll make mistake. Imagine if you look driving and you're looking only straight. You never look left or right or back. You'll have accidents all day long because you look only the half full. You need to look at the half full and the half empty, and only then you see the whole situation. Make sense or not? It's just a lot of lies. People are just misunderstand. They have basic misunderstanding. Fourth, to exploit you, to be exploited, you must declare you are doing things that do not contribute to your life, and you do them against your free will. So if someone come and say, well, you are being exploited, I must say that I'm doing things that do not contribute to me, to all my parts of life, and I do them against my will. I don't see so many people, or most of the time, people do what they want to do. Well, actually, it's not what they want to do. They're doing things against their free will, but they think they have a free will. They're actually obeying their mind. They're actually obeying the past. But it's not the person that exploits you that actually is the problem. The problem is that you assign the wrong source for the problem. The problem is not that another person exploits you. And if you admit that something exploits you, for as long as you give you say he is to blame? At that moment, he is 100% cause and you are an effect. For example, if I come and this is me, and this is you, and you punch me, and I say, he punched me. Okay, when I say he punched me, you are cause, and I'm useless. You are cause, and I'm effect. But the truth is, I put myself here. The truth is, I'm not there by mistake. Why you didn't punch someone else? The truth is, I'm actually cause. But because I'm not admitting being cause, I have someone to blame. Now I feel good, but I'm failing. Now I'm right, but I'm failing. If you need to decide, do you want to be right or successful? Do you want to feel good or to be successful? It doesn't go together. You need to decide, do you want someone to blame or do you want to be successful? For as long as you're blaming someone, you are going to fail because you give possession to the other person. So from now on, I need to pray that he will change his mind and stop punching me. Are you with me? But useless people love the victim. And so they make the victim worse. How do you destroy a nation? You give the nation hands out. How do you destroy a person? You give him a handout. How do you destroy your children? You give them, and you don't ask anything in return. The victim. It is not the victim that you need to feel sorry for. What you need to take is to take the victim and to make him into cause. If you give him sympathy, you destroyed him. Oh, you poor thing. When I tell you, oh, you poor thing, basically I'm telling you, oh, you are useless. Let's make sure you stay like that. But when I see that something bad happened to you and I don't agree with the uselessness, I said, no, you become cause and you take control over this area and stop whining. The useless people will tell you, oh, no, don't do that. You're too harsh. No. The harsh thing to do is to be easy on you. That's stupid. Clever is, I'm going to make you powerful. I'm going to get you to confront. Are you with me? Do you see the difference in viewpoint? The end result is different. The one end result, I want you to like me and I don't care that you will get destroyed. So I will be nice to you. Another end result, I want you to be cause. I want you to be powerful. And I don't care what you're feeling about me. Your feelings are, in any case, is something that you create. And they're always lying. This is really different viewpoint, I know. But it will help you. No one ever exploited you in a relationship. No one can exploit you in a relationship. There is no such thing as exploiting you in a relationship except for one situation. For a relationship to be a relationship, you always give something and get something. There will not be connection without this interchange. So when someone says, oh, he texts from me, of course, I'm in a relationship because I want something from you. And you're in a relationship because you want something from me. Are you with me? You 100% in a relationship with your car, with your wife, with your children, with your body, with anything. I give you, you give me. I give you, you give me. So what does it mean? If I take from you things, I'm exploiting you? No, it's obviously, and I am extremely egoistic. I want things for me, but I'm willing for you to be extremely egoistic as well. Because if I'm not egoistic, if I'm not thinking about me, and since me is actually everything around, if I'm not improving me, how can I help you? So the story of, oh, I'm not egoistic, bullshit. You are a liar maybe. But everyone wants things that they consider good for them. And them, it's their body, their family, their groups, mankind, their country, their pets, their possessions, them as a spiritual being, and them as part of the creator. This is me. Of course I'm egoistic. I want good for all those areas of my life. Are you with me? And the people that lie say, no, I'm not egoistic. Bullshit. Bullshit. If I'm not egoistic, which means if I don't want things for all my areas of life, I want to destroy all the areas of life. The law of giving and receiving, law of exchange, is a physical universe law. It's not a spiritual universe law. It's just part of this game. The something is not the something that you give or get. You give something or get something. The something is not measurable, but is always more valuable than acknowledged. So people give in different ways, and you can give by buying something, you can give by helping someone, you can give in many ways, but most of the time the other side cannot see. When the other side is in a bad condition, he cannot actually acknowledge the value of the not physical thing you give them. Always cannot acknowledge. If I teach you something that changed your mind and changed the course of your life, how valuable it is. It's immeasurable, but yet the person will come to you and say, well, I cannot do that for you. It will, because you need to pay me. Seriously? Did you pay me for this knowledge that I just gave you for free? Just because we are in a relationship. Are you with me? So most of the people, the worse they are, the less communication they will have, and the less they will realize the value you give them. When a person don't realize the value you give them, you need to know that person is not in communication, so he cannot actually evaluate what he received because he's not in communication. You got to an Aborigine, and or someone that's stuck in the middle of the forest in Africa, and you come to them and say, look, let's build some pipes that water will come and you'll have water moving, and you build it for them and everything is amazing, and they think and they don't even thank you. They think that you owe them that. Look and you'll see. They don't even thank you. They don't even see the value of what you give them. Most of the time, they actually sabotage it, so you cannot actually help them. When you start to help a person, you need to know you become the target. Because the help is unmeasurable. If you look, people that hate you are people that you try to help. And they couldn't understand that you are helping them. They've been in such a bad condition that they see any help as a betrayal, and so they attack you. Yes. If someone claimed they were exploited, they lie, as otherwise there could not have been a relationship. So for as long as you have a relationship, you are not being exploited. They claim they're victim. They're never victim, you are always cause. They claim they're a victim. You are never a victim. You're always cause. And they are ungrateful because the relationship is always something that gives you something. And if you are in a relationship with a powerful person, you will feel that someone external will tell you that he's exploiting you or she exploiting you. But the truth is, They're helping you grow. You just resist. The exploit venom is very tricky as it's based on convincing you that you gave more than you got. Now, how do you measure the give and take in a relationship? How do you measure? How do you measure the give and take in a relationship? And yes, Manuela, it's wow. You can't. How do you measure the give and take in a relationship? How do you measure it? The value of help? How? How do you measure the value of help? You just know? It's a very interesting question, yes? If there is an exchange, but how do you measure the exchange? How much close you become? It is a viewpoint. You cannot really measure it. Yes. On how good the relationship, from whose viewpoint, mine or her? Can't measure. Success in life, it's really interesting. So in a relationship, it is almost impossible to measure what you gave and what you got, as relationships are held together by the pureness of the connection that enable pure interchange. If the connection is so close, if the relationship is real, you will see that me is you and you is me. Are you with me? So you just, how do you know that someone loves you? He's dying to give you more. How do you know that she loves you? She's dying to give you more. And regardless of what happened, there will be nothing that will convince him or her not to give you, even in the moments of worst condition. Are you with me? The give and take in a relationship does not have a definite value. Why? Because relationship is the pureness of the connection. Love, I define love, is the urge to share the same space. So if I'm really loving you, what I give you, I give myself. And I just want to give you more because I'm so 100% egoistic. Because when I give you, I give me. And when you give me, you give you. Are you with me? When you really love someone, you don't feel that you give them. Whatever you give them is not enough. It's never enough. I can never give enough to my kids. Are you with me? Because I love them. And when I give them, I give me. And if they are bad, if they are good, it's me good. And if they are bad, is egoistic is when someone have a viewpoint that only he is important. And the only thing that I defined here as all 8 urges of life. There is one thing you can measure for sure. Anyone that tries to convince you to give less is trying to destroy your relationship. You can measure how much they try to convince you to give less. Give less love, give less understanding, give less communication, be more suspicious, give less. This is what your mind is doing. This is what the snake is doing. This is what your past is doing. You see a person and he reminds you of someone that made mistake, or because he made mistake in the past, now it convinces you to give him less credit, less love, less knowingness that he's actually powerful, less chances, less. Are you with me? This is really unbelievable. This is really powerful. It's exactly the opposite of what you're doing. It's exactly the opposite of what you've been educated. You have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, husband, wife, children. If you really love them, you never give them anything from your viewpoint. It's not enough. And you never buy the idea of give them less. Never, never. Unless you committed a sin against them and the relationship has broken. It's not what they've done, it's what you've done. It's never what the other side did. Even if someone working for me and they made a mistake, it's not them, it's me. That's why it's my responsibility to train them. It's my responsibility to fire them if I don't want them to work for me. But even if I fire them, I want to help them. I want to help them. I want to help them. The only time I would fire someone is when that person is actually unwilling to get the help. If he's willing to get the help, I'll give him the help. Are you with me? So, right. So when you love someone, nothing anyone else tells you would check that love 100%. I love my kids. If I really love them, if someone will try to tell me that, I don't know, Neo or Adar or Gali are less than perfect, he will immediately become less than perfect because he will lose a hand, an eye, a tongue, something will be gone. You understand? So the other person will become less, yes? Because I love them, yes? And as much as I give them is not enough. As much as I give them, for me, it's not enough because I give it to myself. It's not, I don't really give it to someone else. Are you with me? I don't really give it to someone else. That's why if I'm married, everything is together. Everything is together. It's not, oh no, what I'm making is mine, what you're making is yours. This is not marriage. This is not love. This is a business deal. And it's not a good business deal. If I have a partner, it's not this is mine, this is you. We are partner, we are together. You should give more and more. And if you find you don't get back enough, you can ask, demand, communicate, or do something much better. Any idea what you can do if the other person don't give you back? Yes. Admire, yes. Any idea what you should do? You should give more and more and more to your children, to your husband, to your wife, to your friends, to your partners, to your employees. And when I'm first baby, it was so amazing. Christmas gifts were all for me forever. Yes, exactly. If you really understand that you give it for yourself, it's totally different viewpoint. And make him give back, okay. Teach him and make him give back, yes. There is no exploitation. Yes, you can never give enough. And it is nice to give, exactly. But if other person doesn't want to communicate about it, okay, so that's so you should give more and more. And if you find you don't get back enough, which means is not willing to communicate back, you can ask, you can demand, you can communicate, or try to communicate, or do something much better. Any idea? So before I'm going to give you this idea, I want to show you this thing about the extreme wisdom. I want to talk to you about the extreme wisdom. Communicate with your viewpoint with them, have a two-way communication about the issue. Yes, but sometimes it doesn't work. Yes. Give more admiration. Yes. Okay, so extreme wisdom. I want to talk to you about the extreme wisdom program. Life is a complex game, and only a select few actually succeed in life. Only a few actually confront life. Is it true or false? It's a complex game. It's not complicated. It's just a complex game. It has a lot of moving parts, and only selected few actually succeed in life. True, yes? Now, regardless of who you are, what you know, and where you are going, this life specializes in presenting you tough challenges to overcome every day. Everyone, even if you're born with a golden spoon in your mouth, you have challenges. Everyone have a lot of challenges every day, every day, every day, every day. It seems like life specializes in giving you shit. Correct or not? Yes, correct. Yes, totally. Yes, definitely true. Exactly. Now, most people fail to handle those challenges. Most people cannot face their fears, their anxieties, worries, pain, broken relationship, money issue or lack of money, insecurities, out ethics. Most people cannot face life. They isolate themselves one way or another. They isolate themselves physically, they isolate themselves by drugs, they isolate themselves by saying, oh, I'm worried or I'm in fear. Fear meaning unwillingness to communicate, so you are isolated. They isolated by themselves by saying, no, I cannot do that, which means if you cannot do that, you will not reach towards that. You isolate yourself. So most people isolate themselves all the time while wanting to be connected. And then on top of that, you have the relationship snake that tell you that you've been exploited and you really isolate yourself. Most people, if you actually evaluate what they do, they isolate themselves. Even when eventually they do get someone or something, or someone that actually love them or want to be with them, they will find ways to break this relationship and isolate themselves. They will find something wrong with the other person. Unbelievable. And they will make any tiny small something wrong into an elephant. It's really amazing. They are dedicated to isolating themselves from life. They become effect 100%. 100%. Totally crazy. Yes, I agree. The majority have given up. The majority don't even know that they have hard life. They think this is life. And they secretly believe that they cannot. You tell them, let's build a business, and they say, well, but or you tell them, you can have money, and they say, yes, I believe it, but I know it cannot be done. Yes, I believe, but not me. I'm too old. I don't know. I've tried. I'm too tired. I'm too anxious. I'm too worried. I'm too weak. I'm too whatever. They actually given up. Most people have given up. Those that still search usually get betrayed by those they trusted. I'm sure that in the past you paid for a course or a cure or a vaccine only to discover you have been betrayed. You got damaged in the name of help. True or false? 100%. Like, if you'll see that you have been trying for many, 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 many years to improve yourself, only to discover that the other person didn't really care about you because the other person didn't really understand the actual laws of the spiritual universe, and they bought into the agreement of this universe, which is, oh, you are to blame, you are in effect, or you cannot be helped. And the biggest thing that they buy into is when you complain, they agree that you are right by complaining. And when you say, oh, something, and when you do something bad, they expect you to be gentle. No, I expect me to be effective, not gentle. I don't care what you feel. I seriously don't care what you feel, because your feeling destroy you. I care if you bring result, because once you bring result, your feeling will be amazing. But if I give you a pill or a drug that will make you feel right now good, or I would just be nice to you, and you'll feel right now good, and I will not tell you what you need to hear, but I will tell you what you want to hear, I will actually destroy you. I'm not your friend. I'm not actually your friend. I'm thinking about what you think about me instead of what you will actually achieve in your life. Big difference. I'm just betraying you. No wonder most people suspect any help offered. Every time someone come and tell you, I can help you, you will see that instinctively you will not believe them. You'll think, what's in it for you? There is a lot in it for me because I'm definitely telling you in advance, I want to use you, but I'm willing for you to use me at least as much, if not more. I will actually make sure that you use me more. I want you to have pleasure. I want to have pleasure, but I want you to have as much pleasure. I want to remove pain from myself, and I want you to remove at least as much pain, but preferably much more. Are you with me? There is no lie here of saying, oh, no, I'm only for you. Nonsense. No one is only for you. The only for you means that I give and take and give and take. This is this universe, this plus and minus all the time. Only the liars say that there is only plus, and the useless say that there is only minus. Are you with me? That's most people don't trust salespeople. That's most people don't trust anyone. But regardless of how bad a person condition is, the spirit knows. Yes, it is true that that this knowingness is almost never translated into action. You know, but you don't translate this knowingness into action. But in those times, you did act based on what you knew, not based on what was convenient or safe you want. So if you want to win, you need to understand that your feeling, what you want, what convenience to you is your enemy. You want to succeed, you need to do what needs to be done, not what's convenience, not what you want, not what's safe. The only time you succeeded is when you've done what you know that is needed. And what you know that is needed will never be nice, will never be easy, will never be convenient, will never give you good feelings, but you will create the good feeling. You will create the love. You'll be caused. That's the only time that love is valuable, when it's caused, not when it's just happened. When it just happened, it lasts a month or two, a year, and then you fall out of love because it's not yours. It's been given to you. You didn't create it. You are an effect. Are you with me? Most people want to fall in love. I don't want to fall in love. I want to create love. If I fall in love, I will fall out of love. Because falling is not such a good thing. It's an effect. I want to stand love, not to fall in love. You need to create love, not to be the effect of love. Actually, the only times you progress, the only time you were proud of yourself were the times you did what was needed, not what you wanted. If you look at times that you are actually proud of yourself, is when you did what was needed, not what you actually wanted. I wanted to cheat her, but I didn't. Well, now I'm proud. Are you with me? I wanted to lie to him, but I didn't. I wanted to betray him. It was convenience. It was profitable, but I didn't. Now I'm proud of myself. Now I can live. Because otherwise I was not living. I was dead. I was trying not to die. The moment that you do what you want and not what's needed, you are not proud of yourself, and you will end up lonely. You'll have all kind of excuses to why you are lonely. But the fact is, you committed the sin. You acted based on your emotions. You acted based on your feelings. You acted based on what you wanted and not what's needed. I actually define wrong timing as when you can, you don't want, and when you want, you cannot. When you can go to the gym, you don't want, but when you want, when you need to go to the gym, you cannot. This is wrong timing. When you can love your wife, you don't want, but when you cannot, or when you want to love her, you cannot, it's too late. Are you with me? You can have a healthy body, yes, but when you can, you don't want, you don't care, you take drugs, you do all kind of things. And when you want to have a healthy body, you cannot stop the drugs anymore. You are hooked. Yes, that's wrong timing. Anything worth having must be fought for, or if it is easy, it is not valuable. Everything worth having must be fought for. This universe is a universe of force. If you want to have something and you don't fight for it, you don't need to fight for it, you don't have it. You see that people that born with a lot of money don't actually think that the money worth something, and they will lose it. If you got money in the lottery, you see you will lose it within 2, 3, 4 years. I think that 95% of all the people that won the lottery losing it become poor within 2 years. Yes? Because anything worth having must be fought for. If you won it in the lottery, I know you don't think so right now because you want money, but look at people that did won the lottery and you see they ended up miserable. Yes? The most valuable thing for you should be your life, your success, your ability to help. And to have that success, you need to act now, and you must be willing to fight for it. So if you need to do something that really going to help you, I want to tell you, it will not come easy. It will not be cheap. If it's cheap, if it's easy, not worth it. You need to fight for it. The conditions of success are simple. Number one, be willing to act now. And number two, be willing to fight for it. You want to be successful, two laws. Be willing to act now, no delays. Close the cycle now. Number two, be willing to fight for it. You see people that are not successful are not willing to act now. They're tired. They need to go to sleep. They need to go to eat. They need to rest. They need to fight. They need to argue. They need to whatever. They're not willing to act now. Act now meaning to close cycles of action, not to open, not to act insanely. And be willing to fight for it, because when you want to close a cycle of action, there will be 50,000 blocks. Are you a useless person that succumb to the blocks, or are you a powerful person that fight to get it done? Are you with me? It is extremely simple, and 99.999999% of people that I meet fail in that simple condition. They just cannot do what they need to do. They're not willing to act now. And they do that in many ways. They're not willing to act now. The chief way of not being willing to act now is that you don't do what you do when you're doing it. Instead of doing what you do when you're doing it, you're thinking about what you do. What you do remind you of things, and so you are not actually doing what you're doing. And number two, people are not willing to use force. Probably the biggest betrayal of parents is not teaching the children that life requires force. Another child come and take the toy of your child, and you try to convince your child to be nice to him and give him the toy. No. You need to teach the child to demand exchange. And look at what's the end result that he wants, and act based on the end result, and being willing to punch the other guy if needed, and being willing to kiss him if needed, but you need to be willing to be punched, and you need to be willing to be kissed. And now you teach him real life. not lie to him and telling him that there is only the half full glass. Are you with me? Because otherwise the child will go and now he had to life and now he has a major doubt because he tried all his life up to this moment to be nice and not to fight and not to fight. But if you're not fighting, everyone will, you'll be in history. This is a force universe. And you try to teach the children not to use force? Are you crazy? Do you hate them? Acting now is a decision to be in present time, to take action. Most of the people are not in present time. You start to do one thing, it reminds you another thing, and it's reminding you of another thing, and you never go to where you started to go. You open a browser in order to check what's happening in your bank, and 3 hours later, you forgot why you opened the browser. But you didn't do anything effective, yes? You are not in present time. But being willing to fight what? Who is the enemy? Who is your enemy? When I said being willing to fight for it, who are you fighting? Who is the enemy? The physical universe, me, the physical universe, ourselves, physical universe, our mind, okay? The past, your mind and the physical universe. Anyone who tells me I can't, yes. Anything not aligned with you or our goals or ethics, yes. The mind, really good question. I'm boycotting myself. Okay, so before I will actually answer that, so first of all, I want you to look at something. Yes, I want you to look at something. Do you agree that the answers you have given is who you consider your enemy is? Yes? True. You consider that this is your enemy. Yes? Good. Now, for how long you are aware that this is your enemy? For how long you're aware that this is your enemy? Whatever was your answer. Long time. For very long time. Forever. Long time. As long as I can remember. No one had the epiphany today that this is his enemy. You have this enemy as for a long, long time. You know this is your enemy. True or false? Too long. That's the correct answer. Yes. Now I want you to be honest. How well did you handle that enemy so far? How are you doing physically? How are you doing with your spouse, kids, sex? How ethical are you? Do you keep your words once given in regards to your body, your spouse, your kids, your family, your partners, your friends, your place of work, your dreams? How well did you handle that enemy so far? Terrible. Very messy, shitty, yes. Very poor. Terrible. Yes. So, yes. Not the best. Yes. Not well. You are very, very polite. Don't ask. Yes. Very bad. That's very honest. Yes. Okay. Now, do you actually do all you should do to bring about the expected results? Thank you, Margaret. So you want expected result, but you admit that you don't do all you should do, yes? Do you agree that mankind needs a hand, that you need a hand? You need two hands. What do you want to do with them? uh, yes. Well, I have good news and better news for you. I have good news and better news for you. But before I give you the good news and better news, I want to give you something really quick and short because it's very important. Most people they say that they are the problem, or they think that they are the problem, that they need to love themselves first, that it's them, etc. And I want to just tell you something. This is your body. This is your mind. It's things that belong to you. Your mind is just a series of pictures that you take. Every second you take 25 pictures. Okay? And this is your brain. Your brain is just a piece of meat that act as a switchboard between you, the spirit. This is the spirit. So the spirit send the commands to the brain, and let's make it in a different color. Commands, electrical commands to the brain, and the brain through the nervous system and the glands operate the body and operates all kind of sensors. The sensor receive information. The information get compared by the spirit. So the spirit take the information come to the spirit, and it compare it to all the picture in the past, to all your past. And based on that, the spirit looks at big data. It's actual intelligence, not artificial intelligence. So the spirit looks at all the data, which is billions of years back, compare all this data and come up with a decision and give a new command to the brain, etc. So far, so good. Everyone understand the basic principles of how you operate? It's really simple. So you've got the spirit is the boss. The spirit is the boss. And the boss has a mind, a data like a hard disk, where he store information and compare information. And the spirit compare information that it received from the sensors and make decision and operate the body and operate other things, but let's say the body. The body, the brain, the mind is all physical. It's measurable. So far, so good. The spirit is not physical. The spirit is not physical. The spirit is a nothingness. So you, when we say you are the spirit, and you have a mind, and you have a body, and you have a brain, and you have a car, and you have a wife, and you have all kind of things. But you are not something that you have. You are you, but you have things. So far, so good. You understand the difference between you and what you have. So there's a massive firewall between you and what you have. There's you and what you have. So if this is you, and this is all the thing you have, and you say that you need to love yourself, how can something love itself? How can a nothing love itself? You understand that by definition, you, in order for you to love yourself, you need to create a higher state you, some other you that love you. Do you understand the idea? You really need to look at that and see. And if you don't understand, tell me. Be brave enough to communicate, because I can explain and I can help you. You don't need to love yourself. You don't need to love yourself. You cannot love yourself. You can love your ideas about yourself. You can love your viewpoints about other people. You can admire what you do, but you don't love a nothingness. You love the way that you play guitar. You love the way that you didn't do something bad that you wanted to do. You love the results, but you don't actually love you, because you are you. The hand don't love the hand. The hand is the hand. The cup don't love the cup. The cup is the cup. Do you understand the idea? So when people say you should love yourself, they actually mean to say you should love your actions, thought, ideas. Yes, because you cannot love yourself. And if you try to love yourself, how do you love yourself? How do you love yourself? Explain to me, how do you love yourself? What do you need to do to love yourself? Do you understand the insanity? But even other person is a spirit, nothingness. So how can we love them? That's why love means the urge to share the same space. So you don't share the same space with the body, but you share the same space with the spirit. And even when you look at another person, you don't see the spirit, you have your consideration about who he is. You look at his body, his representation, his body, the way that he took, the way that he dressed, maybe better the way that he undressed. Are you with me? But the point is, you cannot love yourself and you cannot hate yourself. You can hate your actions. You can hate the result. You cannot even blame yourself because you are perfect. And anything that is not perfect is not you. Are you with me? Do you understand? So when you say that you need to love yourself, when you buy this nonsense that everyone sell you, you need to love yourself, you go into a loop because you need to love nothing. You cannot love yourself. So you will never win. You will always lose. And you say, oh, from now on, I love myself. So what you say, I will isolate. I will be the only important person and no one else will be important. For so long, I loved other people and now I'm going to isolate. No, the only way for you to love is to love yourself by understanding that you are all those parts of life. And when you say I'm loving yourself, it's not you loving yourself. You love your parts of life. You yourself don't love yourself. You cannot, because otherwise you will isolate. You will say, okay, so from now on, he's my husband, and now I decided to love myself. Okay, so you don't have a husband anymore. Thank you very much. You alone. You understand? It is a lie. It is a cheat that people destroy you by giving you a target that is not there. You're going to look for something that do not exist. This self-loving actually is a fake reality. Yes. You don't love yourself, you love other people. You love your car, you love your children, you love your wife, you love your hands, you love your food, you love things. You cannot love yourself. I can show you how I can love my wife. I can kiss her. I can show you how I can love my food. I can get a specific excitement. But how do you exactly love yourself? Just explain to me, what is the special karate stance that you take in order to love yourself? The way that people tell you is disconnect from the other people. And then you love yourself. No, you will be alone and miserable. Don't do for other people. Of course, you need to do for other people. This is a universe of exchange. You need to give and you need to demand to get back. It looks like a pretzel. Are you with me? Do you understand how big is this lie? But saying you should love yourself, ideas, action, etc., is important that you don't love yourself, but that not possible, because at the moment of creation of ideas, I don't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry. But saying you should love yourself, ideas, action, etc., is implying that you don't love yourself. Yes, but that's not possible, because at that moment of the creation idea, but when you create or something is not, you love the thing that you create, you cannot love yourself or not love yourself, because you are you. A glass cannot love itself or not. It's a glass. A microphone is a microphone. You cannot love or not love yourself. Do you understand? You are you. It is. You are you. So you cannot not love or not love yourself. You can create and love your creation, regardless if it has duration or not. But your creation is not you. Even if it is an idea, that your idea is not you. Because sometimes you have shitty ideas. Hope it's not you. Are you with me? Okay, cool. So I said that we have good news and better news. So the good news is that something can be done about it. And it's not loving yourself or any kind of nonsense like that. It's something that can be done about it. When something can be done about it, you will see immediate results, not within a year. You've been in this webinar. If you've been with me and you participated, you have already results. You already have a change of viewpoint. You already have results. Some of the lies has been deleted. You have a new viewpoint on life. And the better news is that it is going to be tough, very tough. But provided you will insist to understand what I teach you, you will be fine. Your life will turn around. So I'm promising you that this extreme wisdom will be tough. But if you will insist to understand, the end will be fine. You will end up well. So if you're looking for something that you're sitting there on the other side of the webinar, being an amoeba, and I make you into a beast or into something else, it's not going to happen. It's you doing the work. It's going to be tough. It's going to be challenging. You need to fight for it. But if you do, the end result, you'll become rich. Rich in knowledge, rich in abilities, rich in money, rich in friends, rich in love. But it's not easy and not free, because otherwise it's useless. You will know about my double 100% money back guarantee. You all know about it. Most of you heard about it. I give double 100% money back guarantee. Well, I have news for you. I expect you to give me a guarantee as well. For a long time, I gave guarantee, and I gave double guarantee, and I realized that the condition of people is so bad that they didn't realize that if I give guarantee, automatically they need to exchange with the guarantee. So I realized I need to actually tell you, look, I expect you to give me a guarantee as well. If you want to be in the extreme wisdom, I give you double 100% money back guarantee. You need to give me a guarantee as well. If you join the extreme wisdom, my guarantee will be valid only if you keep your guarantee, which is, any idea what I will expect from you as a guarantee? What is the guarantee that I will expect you? How will I know that you're actually improving? How will I know that you are actually participation, total commitment, success story, participation, complete the exercises, show up, participate and share wins, succeed, yes, that I use the data and get result, yes, attend a lesson, participate, share success story, wins, get others to join, yes, participate, success story, measure results, apply, life improvement. What I expect is that every week you will report to me how you helped someone else with the knowledge you got from me. That is the only way that you will know that you know. That you exchange with me. I need to know that I'm not stealing from you. How do I know? Because you will bring result. How will I know that you bring result? Not with you, because you're already perfect. Are you willing to go and help someone else? Are you with me? I demand that you'll get the knowledge and use it to help someone else, because my purpose is to save this universe. I want to help this section of the universe to get out of the spin that it's in. And I need help. And my guarantee, I give you double 100% money back guarantee. What I need from you, I need a guarantee as well. I need to know that you are not taking it for yourself and being a criminal and not actually helping other people. I need to know that you're actually reporting to me who did you help, how did you help other people with this knowledge. Yes, yes, Kapil. Now, if and only if you are willing to give me that specific guarantee, I will invite you to join the Extreme Wisdom. But I need to know that you are willing to take the data and every week apply it. What does it mean apply it? Help someone else, because only if you will help someone else, you will be helped. You with me? This universe is connected. This is a universe of force. One force creates another one, affect another one. There's always a prior cause in this universe. So I'm giving you this knowledge. I'm teaching you. I'm giving you 100% money back guarantee, but you need to use it before you can ask for my guarantee, because if you don't use it, of course, it will not work. Yes. So what is the handling? What is the handling? The game in this universe seems to be a game between life and death, beauty and ugliness, help and betrayal, success and failure. But a close examination will reveal that the game is between truth and lies. It seems that what the fight is between life and death, beauty and ugliness, etc. But actually, the actual game is between truth and lies. The problem is that this universe is composed of lies, and hence it seems one cannot win. And most people surrender to the lies of this universe as they feel overwhelmed. They feel they cannot win. They feel the game is lost before it began. Most people feel that the game is lost before it began. They feel they cannot. And if you feel that you cannot, you will not. Your feeling is designed to tell you what's impossible. All your feeling, regardless of what they are, happy, sad, any feeling is designed to tell you what's impossible. Every person that had any kind of challenge had to face this dilemma. What is the correct way? Truth or lies? What should I go? Should I go with the truth or should I go with the lie? The truth is what you know spiritually, and the lies is what's convenience. The lies is the drugs. The lies is what your emotion will tell you that this is what you want. That's the lies. Every person that had any kind of challenge had to face this dilemma. What is the correct way, the truth or the lies? Most people, most of the time, choose the lies, unfortunately. They will buy the worst. They will invest money in things they don't need. They will buy the worst seminars. They will invest money in nonsense, but the truth will be right in front of them and they will not recognize it. And then they will wonder why their life do not improve, why they are alone, why they are lonely, why things are not expanding for them, why things slowly deteriorate. They become older and things deteriorating. They don't realize that it's deteriorating. They don't admit it. But if they will look, life, the dynamics, the parts of life get deteriorated all the time because they choose lies, because the truth is right in front of them and they're not smart enough to hold to it. They actually push it away. Most people, most of the time, choose the shortcut, only to discover that shortcut is the highway to hell. Oh, I will give you 5 easy ways to become rich. You will buy that like no problem. But if I come to you and I said, no, listen, you need to work very hard. And it's not worth anything if it's not hard for you. And it costs a lot. You can choose the cheap thing and hope for the best, or choose the expensive thing and get results. Most people will choose the lies, the highway to hell. Most people give up before they begin. The automatic response is lies. It is giving up. It is being weak. It is being afraid. It is failing. So why? Why people habitually select lies of a truth, failure of a success? The answer is simple. Everything around you always convinces you that lies win. And indeed, lies do win. Winning giving you a lot of what you don't want and taking away from you everything you want. Lies win. You get a lot of what you don't want. You get older, you get weaker, you get lonelier, you get betrayed, things get stolen from you, you make wrong decisions, people that want to help you, you attack, you fail to recognize truth, you habitually choose lies. It is a crazy universe, yes. The physical universe wants you to fail and doesn't want you to succeed. And hence, from the physical universe viewpoint, when you fail, when you choose lies, it wins. But it makes you right. It makes you right because this is what I wanted. This is what I feel. He deserves it. Oh, I don't want it. Oh, no, that's too difficult for me. Oh, this is disgusting for me. I'm not willing to experience that. I'm not willing to experience that. I don't care. That's what happened. This is the average life. This is their computation. The physical universe computation become their own. The physical universe, like or don't like, you create what you need to like. Listen to that. The physical universe, like and don't like. You create what you need to like. If I need to run and to sweat and to have pain and whatever, I like the pain, I like the sweat, I like this thing. I create what I need to like. The useless people, the physical universe tell them what is possible and not. Their body is their boss and they're useless. If I need to open and close the door and this is my job and this is what will bring the result, I will fall in love with opening and closing the doors for 15 years. I'll make myself love it. The useless people will complain about it, but still do it. And so they will fail. After every cycle, they will fail. The physical universe will win, they will fail. To be able to raise above the insanity of the physical universe, to choose truth over lies, to choose life over death, you need more truth than the lies the physical universe hands out to you. So the physical universe hands out to you lies, convince you to fail. You need more truth. You need an injection of truth. You need light to remove the darkness. There are exactly 74 pieces of truth you must know. You must know them cold for you to turn your life around. You don't know one of them. Well, if you've been with me, you know some of them. But there are 74 pieces of truth you must know. Without those, day after day, month after month, year after year, lifetime after lifetime, you will be deteriorating. The 74 pieces of truth, those 74 pieces of truth, you will reverse the downward direction of your being, not your life, of your being, because you're destroying the beingness which represent you. There is no nice way to say it other than those who will not take advantage of this opportunity are doomed. The extreme wisdom is really a very, very special program because it's designed to handle those 74 areas that you need to know, that will get you to improve. I'm not going to teach you marketing or sales, although I will do different every week, every month I will do a different subject. And in the subject, there will be, let's say, sales, but I will look at sales from a spiritual viewpoint. Why you are not just a good salesman? Why some people are good salesmen? Why some people are naturally good businessmen? It's not because they are Jewish, I promise you. It is something else. Now, the data I will teach you will not be the important point. The way I will teach is the important. The important point is not what I teach, but how I teach. Up to now, I was helping you to remove lies from your past. Everyone that's been with me up to now, in every single seminar, I remove lies from your past. True or false? I help you to confront your past. Remove lies, remove lies, remove lies, remove your past, remove your past, remove your past. That was the message. Well, in the extreme wisdom, we'll step up to removing lies from other beings' past by improving your present. Are you with me? Yes. So I'm going to extend your responsibility from just you into other beings. And you will see that any person that you are encountering in your life is not by mistake. Every person that drives next to you, every person that talks to you, every person that somehow you encounter is somehow connected to you. You are just not aware that he is. You're not aware of your past lives. Most of you are not really aware of your past lives. But every person around you is there because you somehow owe him something. Are you with me? You need to help them. Yes. That's why you sometimes see crazy connections between people. Like, why will she be with him? He is so abusive, but she is with him. It's not by mistake. It's not that she likes pain. Yes, it's not that she likes verbal or physical abuse. There's something below that she's not aware of. You are not aware of. The challenge in keeping you in the present is that everything around is designed to keep you in the past. It is done by giving you constant streams of lies you are sure are reality. You get constant stream of lies all the time you are sure is reality. Beings on these planets are suffering only from lack of truth. The only thing you suffer from is lack of truth. Any unoptimal condition in this universe resolved by truth. You're getting bombarded with lies. You have lies poisoning, and you need to remove the lies. And the only way to remove lies is by giving truth. There's no such thing as catching the lie and removing it. Because I can catch you lying and it doesn't remove anything. You would just lie again tomorrow twice. So the way to handle lies is not by catching the lies, but by removing the lies. To unbalance and tip over the truth to lies ratio in your life, you'll need to get enough truth per week to undo enough lies. And much like enough light will remove any darkness, enough truth will remove any lies from your life. And the result will be present time success. You want to be successful today in this lifetime? You need truth. That's all. You need truth. You need to be clever. And my definition of the word clever, the ability to recognize truth. You cannot recognize truth when you are blinded by lies. You are blinded by the lies. That's the problem. I'm going to deliver weekly webinars named Extreme Wisdoms. Every second week, I will cover one or more of the 74 fundamental truths of life. So if you are looking for a seminar that will teach you how to do business, do the business class. If you're looking for a seminar that teach you the fundamentals of why you are not a naturally good salesperson, why you don't know how to market when you are actually, the spirit knows. If you actually want to remove the lies that blocks you, this is what you should do. The result will be a corrected life and a created future. This is the end result. A corrected life and a created future. You have two options to join: monthly subscription or annual subscription, which means you can come and buy a monthly card, a pass, and do 1 month and see what's happening. The monthly subscription would allow you to attend 4 classes per month. The annual subscription will allow you to attend 50 classes. The classes will each be between 1 and 2 hours. Each class will have 2 replays in the following week. The monthly subscription is $497, which is about $124 per class, or about $62 per hour. The annual subscription is $2,895, which is $58 per class, or about $29 per hour. Now, these prices are good for today. The next time I will sell the Extreme Wisdom, the price will be $6,000 per year. $6,000 per year, twice as much. And even that price will be temporary. I will raise it. Why? Because the more I will deliver the Extreme Wisdom, the more people will realize how powerful it is. Okay. So, and whoever registered within the next 24 hours would get a GP credit of $99 in-store credit. What you need to do, you need to go to gprosperity.com/extreme. What is my guarantee? Provided you keep your guarantee to me, if at the end of the class, and you must attend the full class, you feel you did not get the value you expected for that class, ask for a refund at the end of the class, not 7 years later, and you will get your full money back for that specific class. No question asked. I highly suggest you save your life and join the Extreme Wisdom. It's a chance that you have once in many lifetimes. Don't miss it. Thank you very much. Thank you for Anna for helping me with the admin. Thank you for Gali for making the English actually into English. And thank you for participating. I will see you in the Extreme Wisdom. Bye-bye.